So up next, we are going to talk about the Bisect tool, and that is located under the Modeling tab and our left sidebar here with our modeling tools, and it's right under the Loop Cut tool, and you have to go to the knife drop-down list here, so let's click on that and go to Bisect. So let's hit the A key to select our mesh so that we can chop it up. And I'm going to, actually before I do that, I'm just going to get this thing out of the way, and we're going to go back to our Bisect tool. And so once again, the Bisect tool. So let's go left click, and you'll see this line that shows up. So what it's doing is it's making like a cut, and this widget pops up and it makes a cut, an edge, makes a new edge cut. And then it also allows you to, with this arrow, if you left click and drag, that the widget disappears, but then when you've decided you got it where you want, you can let go and then the widget shows up. So you can drag that cut wherever you want. Okay, so if I want to commit to that, I just go left click and there it is. Okay, so let's go Control Z, undo that, undo that. Once again, I'm going to left click, and notice I can also change the angle when I first initiate the tool. Once I let go, then the widget shows up saying, well, I don't like the angle at which I have this. How do I change this now? I can hit the little circle here, left click on it, and I can rotate it from there. Once I'm happy, left click, and now I have new geometry. If I go to my polygon tool, you can see here that I've got all these cool new polygons. So if I want to create some interesting shapes, I can do that. Okay, let's back up again. Let's go right from the beginning here. So hit the A key. So you have to have geometry. Once again, this is one of those tools where geometry has to be pre-selected in order for you to use it. So once again, let's make a cut and then commit. Okay, and then if I go to my polygon mode, I can click on one of these and I can continue to use that tool again, but subdivide just that piece of geometry, that polygon. Okay, and then I can do the same thing. I can rotate it. Hopefully you can see this orange line. It's a little faint, but it's a little bit hard to see, but it might be hard for you guys to see it. I can see it, but left click and then there you go. And then it automatically selected this piece of geometry. So if I want to keep going with this one, because the tool is still activated, I can just, once again, bonk, and then bang. And because I left clicked over that particular polygon, that's what it selected. Okay, so I could come back here and once again, keep chopping, rotate. If I left click off of the model, then it doesn't select anything. So let me go back again. Okay, so say I just want to chop up this poly and this poly. And now I draw my line, and you'll see that it will go straight through. Okay, and once again, same thing. You can rotate it, you can, whoops, you can use the arrow to move, and then left click, and then there you go. Now notice it didn't make a cut between on this polygon because this polygon wasn't selected. Okay, let's do another one. Let's go this guy and that guy. Okay, and once again, I just draw my tool through. I can just angle where I want. Okay, and we can move back, scroll wheel to zoom, and I can just change where my cut line is going to be. Okay, left click, and then it commits. Once again, the polys aren't selected, then it won't make a cut. That's why once again, geometry has to be selected in order to do it. So in a way, it's kind of cool because you could make some interesting cuts without having to chop up the rest of the geometry. You can just do it on selected polygons. But the easiest way to start using the tool and practicing is just, once again, you've got your basic cube, and you just, once again, press that A key to auto select, and you can get started practicing with it. So never be afraid to fiddle around with stuff. Even if you're not building anything, this is how you learn. Just use simple geometry and start making cuts, and then once you start understanding some of the other tools, then you can combine them together, like selecting a polygon, using some of the extrude tools and that type of thing, beveling and so forth. So let's stop here, and we will be back in a moment.